We get that notification going. I just need to make sure everything else is good to go. There's that. There's that. That. There we go. Okay. Apologies for the lack of streaming for the last almost week. Been kind of in a funk. And I'm literally at the point where I'm forcing myself to stream at the moment because it's like, I need to stream. I can't just not stream. Hi, Heather. Well, forcing is a bad word to use. I'm not forcing myself to stream. I'm tricking my brain into being like, hey, let's stream, by forcing my brain to be like, okay, let's stream. That sounds a little better. Anyway, Heather. So many cats. I was chilling. All of a sudden, Discord blows up for like 5 minutes straight, and it's you saying cat like a million times. How many cats? Well, I know you're catching cats. Those are like cats. I believe there is such a thing as too many cats. Yeah, it was a lot of cats. Damn it, I don't want to fall in here. Yeah, it felt like a lot longer than 2 minutes. Like, I've muted the channel for an hour because so many cats. Damn it. I thought there was a cooldown for that. I didn't mean to fall down. And then I placed it wrong. I should have at least 16 more imbued. I think I have like 20 something left. Yet you somehow managed to go into the system and just spawn a crap load of cats. Cat rain is how do you enable a cat rain then? Damn it. I wish I would have known about this a long time ago. Because then I wouldn't have had to essentially cheat in order to do things. Is this thing still eating up? I think it's still eating it. Still in there, so it's not eating. It's still eating. I know why it's eating. Because of the thing down there. It needs a constant supply of blood in order for it to work. Gotcha. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, it took me until 20 minutes ago to find these fuckers. To increase the capacity of how much blood this thing can hold. Speaking of blood, hi blood. Get into the blood altar. I need you to fill this thing up. Blood magic still gets me. How many you got now, Blood? That's a lot. The biggest issue is that I don't think I can actually craft all those. Cause like I kind of want to rewatch all of Bleach and then get into the Thousand Year Blood War arc. Which unfortunately I found out Bleach is not on Crunchyroll. So all those right here, like the air ritual stones and all that kind of stuff, I created those in and sacrificed the blank runes I already had. I don't think I can actually craft those, at least not that I've been able to see. Hey, you're no longer draining. Good. This thing can hold 74,000 life essence fluids now. How many of these do I need? Let's see for 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 3, 6, 9, 12, 37. That makes 49, 59, 69. Nice. I'll be 1 off, so I need a reinforced slate. Later, Heather. Hopefully work goes well tonight. Where the hell did you come from? Whatever. An obsidian. Oh, I need the stone too. Ah, damn, I need more. I need 3 more of those. It would start raining right when the sun's trying to come up, and I don't think I'm gonna make it to actually make sure I can clear this rain. Oh, I can. Cool. Okay, well that built it. How do I do this again? Oh yeah, the weak activation crystal with 150,000 LP. Yeah, I don't have enough. But it's built. It's at least built. So I just need to get to that level. I need to get the thing capacity of 150,000. Blank, imbued. That's a lot. How many imbued? I got 11 imbued left. Three, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. Okay, so 13. This is gonna take forever. I got going to work at 10 tomorrow. That sounds about right. Elknor, are you still chilling in here by chance? Are we still good for tomorrow? I like how you're basically just like, as long as the house doesn't explode. Hey. I don't even remember what I was in the middle of working on last time. I do know Arashi was in the Nether trying to see if she could find a Ignis spot so she could torture me with that, because she knows I hate Ignis. Okay, the Ignis battle music is fucking badass. I will not diss that for any amount whatsoever. I don't like the fact that he heals almost as much as I do damage, and sometimes more. Like, when I was doing Stone Block 4 for a minute, I went to go fight Ignis, not realizing how tough that battle would be anyway, right? And so I go over there thinking that I'm gonna be good. Everything's gonna be fine. I'll be able to win. Everything's fine. Get him down to, I think, in the 60s or the 70s. After realizing early on in the fight that he is healing whenever he deals damage to me, but I'm still doing more damage to him. Uh, I could not tell you, Elikmer. But halfway through the fight, I realized that he actually is healing whenever he deals damage to me, but that doesn't deter me too much because I keep doing more damage to him. And like I said, I think I got him down into like the 60-ish health range, maybe 70 out of his, I think his base health is like 440 or something like that, right? And next thing I know, it's like I get one-shotted and I die. But how I was playing the pack, I don't know if you remember this specifically. I was doing that. I play until I die 10 times in a non-hardcore, hardcore playthrough of it. And I am stuck there. I can't do anything. If I try to respawn, I respawn in the middle of the battle and die instantly. And that's how that series ended. Then I go to fight him in this pack not too long ago, and I'm doing some damage, but it's doing fuck all. Like, it is not going good at all. I get him down. I think the best I got him down to was close to 200 before all of a sudden he's back at max health out of nowhere. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Shortly after that fight, like maybe another stream or two, that's when I'm like, you know what? Let me put E4MC on this pack. Not specifically for this reason, but it'd definitely be a help if someone were to want to get on and join me. But get the mod to allow me to open the world to LAN. This way, if any now and then, if someone wants to join in, they can just join in, and we can attempt to go do shit. Ah, see, you had other things helping you with the fight. It was just me, myself, and I. Like, the fight was not pretty. It wasn't fun. And then, not to mention, part of the ground kept disappearing, and I would keep falling into the small little 1-block hole opening into the lava and would have to get out. And it's like, what the hell? So you had a lot of assistance in your fight. I did not. If I had to put a ranking system in those bosses from that mod, so far compared to the ones that I have killed, okay? So, like, I've done Scylla, I've done the Ancient Remnant, I've done, not the Prowler, the Harbinger, I've done Maledictus, and I've done, Ender Guardian. Wait. Oh, and the Monstrosity. Out of all of those, my ranking system for those bosses would actually be Remnant, Scylla. This is from, like, easiest to hardest so far. Remnant, Scylla, Guardian, And I'd probably tie Monstrosity and Maldictus. Then I would do Harbinger. I have yet to attempt anything with the Leviathan. I don't even have the items for the Leviathan at the moment. And the 2 times I've fought against Ignis so far have been dreadful. So, with that being said, I would probably say the Leviathan, with it being underwater, will probably be just as difficult. But I'm probably going to say Ignis is the worst one out of all of them. Right now. And that's with me having 2 confrontations with Ignis, both of them ending basically horribly. And the other one I haven't even fought yet, so I know nothing about him. And I've gone and fought Scylla a few times. Scylla's not that difficult. I think I've fought Remnant 4 times, because I have 4 Remnant babies over there. All the other ones that I've beaten so far, I've only done the 1 time, but that's just because I've only had to do it the 1 time. And honestly, what made Silas super easy was my fucking Azure Sea Shield. Having that shield really helped a lot. I'm gonna need all the blink runes. Fuck, I actually need to go to nighttime, so when I break those, I don't have to worry about setting that stuff on fire. Damn it. This thing's really not doing anything. Okay, we're just not gonna pick that up. That's cool. And that. God damn it. That bitty exploding just now just scared me for half a second. Oh, I can hold 122,000. What the hell? I need a lot more. Oh, bitch. And it strained a lot since placing the... I know what it is. It's capacity things. Wait, I have the dagger. Actually, you know what? Just temporarily, so I can fill this up real quick. And not eat up a crap load of time. Fuck. I need 150,000. So if each of these is giving me 2,000, I need 28,000 more. So that'd be 14 more. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 8, 12, 16. I could just do the outer ones. You're still eating away. Four, 8, 12, 16, 24. Or I could just do all of those. I would just need a bunch of imbued. Okay, I just saved us like 20 minutes. And this thing's gonna keep taking. At least until it's full. I need more imbued. Victoria, Ashley, hello. Hope y'all are doing good. I promise I'm not ignoring YouTube chat. It's just, it's in an obscure spot and I don't see the movement clearly. So I apologize for saying anything a bit late. Still getting drained by all the capacity blocks. Still getting drained. Okay, you're no longer being drained. After I get this one imbued, I'm gonna take a quick minute and go get me something to drink. Because I am running out of water. Well, I say running out of water. I basically just took the last sip of water I had. Okay. So, just because I can, I will get up here. I will be. It might take me a few minutes because I haven't cleaned this cup in a minute and I need to clean it. So I will be back in like. Give me 5 minutes. Hey, Gold. I literally just got back from my break. Get more water and stuff. Where'd you get the resynced emblem? Oh, fun. Yeah, but I mean, like, how did you get it specifically? Were you just watching someone that was streaming it? Oh, okay. You know, I think they kind of kept that under the radar because I didn't even know that they were doing a remastered version of Black Flag until like 2 weeks ago. And then I was thinking, while that is a good one and probably one of the best Assassin's Creeds ever made, I personally think they probably should have remastered the original. But maybe attempt to add a bit more to the original one as well. Because, I mean, I get the premise is they wanted to do one of the ones that was a very well-known one that was arguably one of the most financially successful Assassin's Creed, as well as hitting a intended audience at a peak time, and so they're trying to get a newer crowd into it. Right. So Black Flag was already a visually stunning Assassin's Creed when it first came out. Like, there were parts in it where I was like, dude, this just looks insane. But when I first heard about it, like I said, I heard about it like actually, it probably wasn't even 2 weeks ago. It was probably just barely a week ago when I heard about it or something. I personally think they just missed a mark in revigorating the entire franchise by remastering the first and oldest Assassin's Creed. Because I think the original Assassin's Creed game came out in like... Correct me if I'm wrong. You could probably look this up. I want to say it probably came out around 07, 08. Maybe earlier. The first Assassin's Creed game came out in 2007. One year before you got internet. In my opinion, there wasn't even anything wrong with Black Flag to begin with. The story was amazing. The scheme of it, the mechanical engine used to create the world and everything, all of that was like spot on perfect, in my opinion. But I honestly think they probably would have been better off if they did the original. Like the very first one. Fuck, talking about the original Assassin's Creed is making me want to go back and play it again. Hell, I don't even know if you remember this. There was a time when I was going through and I was just playing every single Assassin's Creed. And I was trying to go in sequential order. And then I think we stopped. I want to say we stopped as I was about halfway through Unity. Which is just before you get to the more recent trilogy that has Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. I might pick that up again and at least start playing Origins and then continue on there. Because I've played a bit of Valhalla, I've played a bit of Odyssey, but I never played Origins. And then I don't even think I have Mirage. Yeah. Unity was decent to an extent. Definitely a bit uncharacteristic in terms of the steampunk aspect of it. Like, it worked, but at the same time, it didn't feel completely right. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Unity was technically like an offshoot side of the Assassin's Creed line. Like, it fit into the main narrative of the storyline from the original Assassin's Creed up into current Assassin's Creed, where you're going into an animus and you're going back into people's memories and stuff like that, and yada yada yada, that kind of thing, right? But at the same time, I think it was like an offshoot sect. And then I want to say it was one of the Ezio games. It wasn't 2. It was either Brotherhood or Revelations. I want to say it might have been Revelations. That we were having massive visual glitches in it, and the only way to fix them were to do modding and stuff like that. And at that point in time, I wasn't entirely comfortable with trying to do modding to get the game to work properly and stuff. Like, I actually currently have Origins downloaded and ready to play on my PC, for instance, because I remember downloading it and be like, let me check it out. And I played it for like 20 minutes and then stopped, and I was like, okay. Like, not deterred by it or anything, I just only played it for like 20 minutes and then stopped. I think I might actually do that then. I might start doing Origins as a weekly thing. Just get on there, play it for an entire stream kind of thing. Or I might use it as a day where it's like I do my Subnautica for an hour and then I hop into Origins. Don't quote me on that. I'm just spitballing ideas. In all actuality, Assassin's Creed is like my all-time favorite game series. Hey Gold, I have a question for you. Since you're here. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I was thinking about actually messaging you about it, but then I was like, Do you have any plans for Saturday? Like this coming Saturday? In the evening time? Damn. Okay. The reason I'm asking is that earlier today I had this inkling of wanting to get people together to play some like golf or Among Us or something. Because like for instance, if I'm not mistaken, Matcha's that one where you're that white character and you're running around trying to find hiding spots and then you're painting yourself, right? Or is that a different game title that I'm completely spacing out on at the moment? Okay. I have been debating on getting that myself. It's just I don't got flexible finances at the moment. Unfortunately. I didn't mean to actually break you. No, I know. I wouldn't have an issue with the drawing part. Like I just said, I don't have the finances to buy the game at the moment, unfortunately. I wasn't even gonna ask you to buy it for me or nothing. How much is the game right now anyway? Isn't it like close to 30 bucks or something like that or more? Almost 20. Wait, it's only 6 bucks? I need to open Steam. It's only 6 bucks. I can afford 6 bucks. One game I absolutely want to check out though, like hardcore want to check out, but it way too much for me, is the what was it, Echoes of Aincrad or something like that? The game that's supposed to be based around Sword Art Online, the anime. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, one of my wheels popped up. Oh, that's fun. I have now purchased Mecha Chameleon. Yeah, Echoes of Aincrad. I really want to check that game out so bad. Oh, it just came out today too. I can't justify that pricing though. Okay, legit, I had a wheel fall off my freaking chair. I don't know how that happened. Well, for instance, I'm an absolute lover of the anime Sword Art Online. And when the anime came out, I got to thinking it would be so badass if they actually released a game that was based around the Aincrad world. And a few years ago, they released a game that was related to Sword Art Online, but it wasn't one oh, you're good. The abridged or whatever, it don't matter. But the game they released, I don't even remember specifically what it was called, but it wasn't one that felt like it suited the anime at all. And it actually had the impression of looking like a mobile game instead of just a regular game. Why are you still showing 12.2? Well, that sucks. I thought that would actually help with the capacity thing. Guess that didn't work. That was the wrong button. I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been some fun mobile games that have been released. Shit. Like, there was this one game that I played, shortly after I got, my first iPhone, unfortunately, back when it was iPhone and not my Android. Or no, maybe it was when I got my first Android. No, I still had an iPhone, never mind. It was called, Valor, and it was one of those things where it was like you built up a city and stuff like that, and you got to go raid other people's towns and all that kind of stuff, right? Think of like Age of Empires, for instance, if you're familiar with that game. Or series of games. It had that kind of a setup to it. I'm going to creative real quick. I got way too much blood to put into this thing. Now, Gold, you said you saw the abridged. Did you only watch like the first season abridged, or did you actually go through a lot of it on abridged? Okay. Basically, only up until when they got out of the actual game. So you didn't see anything after that. Which, honestly, is 100% perfectly fine. Technically, I would say you didn't finish, quote unquote. You would at least want to get through, what's considered to be the first 2 seasons, which is they get out of Aincrad, the death game, and then the second season being when Kirito has to go rescue Asuna. After that, you could technically say you watched it and you finished it. Like, that wouldn't matter to me, for instance. Some of the more hardcore anime lovers of it would say, no, you have to go all the way through and get in, all the way into Alicization, and then wait 6 years for them to still not announce anything about the next season, which honestly should have been a thing a long time ago, but it's never been a thing. Unfortunately. So, I'm gonna pause everything. So the first season is them in Aincrad. They're stuck in a death game and they're trying to survive and not die, and then ultimately die in the real world. The second season is in a game called Elfheim, and in the premise of that one is that there's still people trapped within the game from Aincrad, but they're in a different game and are being held there against their will, but are completely unaware of it, except for Asuna. Asuna is the only one who realizes that she's in a different game. Gun Gale is the third season. Season 3 is Gun Gale Online, and it involves a person that was from Laughing Coffin from season 1 that is actually going around and killing people while they're in Gun Game, making people think that what happened in Aincrad is happening again, but in Gun Gale Online. And so Kirito invades into that game and ultimately goes into a competition, hoping to find the person that is responsible for this, and they find out, and yada yada yada. But they do use Gun Gale as a way to wrap in the Aincrad version of it because the person that's committing the killings and is fighting Kirito in that competition was actually from that killing guild from Aincrad called Laughing Coffin. So they tied all that in there together, right? Then the fourth season is split into two. There is Alicization and War of Alicization or something like that, right? And it is a deeper dive game, but it is a virtual reality instead of just a game, where in that world, a day in the real world could equate to years, decades, centuries in that virtual reality. If they sped it up to just boom, we're gonna like send them off like an extra 10 years in the span of a second or something like that, right? In the course of the actual season, though, they do shorten it down to where it's like the amount of time that's passing in the virtual reality compared to the real world is only separated by like the course of what would be weeks and I think upwards of a year or two or something like that. And it all stems with Kirito joining this essentially a government agency to help them develop this virtual reality to try to get a viable AI that could live in the real world and operate in the real world like an actual human kind of thing, right? And during that time that he's testing it, he's still like corresponding with everyone else in the real world and all that kind of stuff, but something happens. He ends up getting attacked, and in order to be saved from basically dying from a very severe stab wound, they hurry up and get him into one of those machines that sends him into that virtual reality. They ultimately are healing him up while he's in there, right? And so what ends up happening is he has this entire life from childhood for the short span of like the first episode, because the first episode of season 4 I think is like a little over an hour long. And at first you're just like, wait a second, are they just going off into a completely different thing now, but they still have a character Kirito in the anime, but there's like no other characters exist? It's a completely new series? No, it's completely different, and they explain it later on in that episode, right? So during that time, he befriends another AI, and they end up going to this magical school, sword school. I don't remember specifically. It's been a minute since I've watched it entirely. But during the course, they find out that the world that they are in actually has a darker realm that surrounds it. And during the second half of that season, they end up having a war with the dark realm that surrounds their regular realm that they're living in. And also, quote unquote surprisingly, also involves someone from Laughing Coffin, from Aincrad, that invades into the virtual reality by taking over one of the pods in the government facility, getting in there, trying to find Kirito, who he just keeps referring to as the Black Swordsman. And yeah. So in my opinion, season 1 is the best season. Season 4 and 5 are technically the second best season. Alfheim and Gungale are tied for third. The movie is pretty decent too. Because they do kind of interconnect the movie with other aspects. But the reason why I say season 4 and 5 are the second best is because of how they integrate the story into everything is pretty awesome. I'm also trying not to give away too much information. By giving you all a little bit of information, but not, like, everything. So putting the runa capacities does not work with the pillar parts of this. And that's the best I can do at the moment, unfortunately, with 122,000 life essence. But in order to get this to be a proper tier 5, I need that demon portal to open up. But that takes 150,000. I'm also interested to see what's in this demon world area. Hmm. I have one blank room. No. It's not gonna eat up the orbs, is it? Okay, done. Yeah, I hit the mic, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Well, shit. Son of a bitch. Had a mutant creeper blow up. So that thing needs 150,000 in order for it to actually work. The issue is that I can only get this up to 122,000 at the moment because it doesn't work on the damn pillars. Let me do that. That's easy. I just need another imbued. Alright, Gold. Enjoy your dinner. Even though it's 10 p.m. at night. Hey, I don't have nausea. That's good. My helmet. There's my helmet. I am invisible. Nah. So wait, how can I see how much is actually in? Why with all the damn rain? How can I see what is in my soul network? I'd love to know that. I like that. Uh. So there's no way to just display what the actual total stored and source is, kind of thing. That kind of sucks. Be nice to know exactly how much I have stored. think I will go ahead and call it here. Didn't really do a whole lot today, but kind of whatever at the moment. I need to figure some stuff out. For those of y'all on the YouTube side of things, I want to thank y'all for coming out, chilling, chatting, or just chilling. All that kind of good stuff. I do appreciate it. Next stream should be tomorrow, where I'm getting on FTB Skies 2 with Elignor and Arashi, and we'll continue with our adventure there. So yeah, that stream will probably be starting around 7:30-ish Central. So for those on YouTube, just keep a heads up for when I go live over there. So until then, I will see y'all later. Bye.